In the golden age of horsepower, not every legend got the spotlight. Beyond the Hemis and LS60s, there were monsters, raw, underrated, and nearly forgotten. Today, we're bringing them back to life. These are the top 6 forgotten big blocks that ruled the streets and vanished into history. Cadillac 472 V8, 1968 to 1974. When Cadillac unveiled the 472 V8 in 1968, it redefined what luxury performance meant. With 7.7 liters of displacement, a 4.30-inch bore, and 4.06-inch stroke, it produced an effortless 375 horsepower and a staggering 525 pound-feet of torque, enough to propel a 2-ton Eldorado with uncanny ease. What made the 472 special wasn't just its numbers, but how it delivered them: instant silent thrust. The engine idled like silk, yet a touch of the throttle brought smooth, relentless acceleration. It was engineered for quiet operation, low vibration, and longevity, with overbuilt components and massive bearing surfaces. Even as emissions regulations softened its compression ratio, the 472 remained a symbol of unstoppable torque. It shared its basic design with the later 500 V8, proving Cadillac's engineering depth. In an era of flashy muscle cars, the 472 showed that true power doesn't need to shout. It turned every Cadillac into a rolling statement of effortless authority. Decades later, these engines still pull strongly, reminding us that refinement and brute strength can coexist when engineers aim for perfection, not headlines. Even today, when properly maintained, the 472 can run for over 300,000 miles, a true monument to American over-engineering. Smooth, silent, and built to last. Chevrolet 427 L36, 1966 to 1969. Before the L88 posters and the legendary tri-power monsters, there was the Chevrolet 427 L36, the true street hero among Chevy's Mark IV big blocks. Introduced in 1966, it was the version meant for real-world drivers, not just racers. It used a hydraulic camshaft, a single Holley 4-barrel carburetor, and oval port heads that produced enormous mid-range torque. Rated at 390 horsepower and about 460 pound-feet, the L36 gave Corvettes and full-size Chevrolets effortless acceleration without constant tuning. Its 4.25-inch bore and 3.76-inch stroke, together with a 10.25-to-1 compression ratio, delivered smooth yet violent torque from idle. It didn't need to scream past 6,000 RPM, it was all about instant response. While the higher-spec L68, L71, and L72 gained fame for raw output, the L36 quietly built a reputation for reliability and balance. Chevrolet 409 W Series, 1961 to 1965. Before the Mark IV big blocks reshaped muscle history, there was the Chevrolet 409 W Series, the engine that started the big block legend. It evolved from the 348 truck engine, enlarged and refined into a 6.7-liter powerhouse that changed Chevy forever. Its distinctive W-shaped combustion design placed the chamber in the piston crown, giving it an aggressive compression ratio and wild-breathing characteristics. High-performance dual-quad versions produced 425 horsepower and 425 pound-feet, numbers unheard of in 1962. The 409 powered Impala SS, Bel Air, and Biscayne models, turning full-size Chevrolets into dragstrip stars. Its fame exploded thanks to the Beach Boys' hit, She's Real Fine, My 409, making it a cultural icon. Racers loved its brute torque and heavy-duty bottom end, simple cast-iron strength that could take abuse. It was the bridge between Chevrolet's 1950s workhorses and the 1960s muscle revolution. Buick 430 V8, 1967 to 1969. In 1967, Buick retired the legendary nailhead and introduced an entirely new generation of big blocks, led by the 430 V8. It was designed to deliver power with civility, combining big block muscle with Buick's trademark refinement. The 430 used 10.25-to-1 compression, large valves, and a high-flow aluminum intake, producing around 360 horsepower and 460 to 465 pound-feet of torque. It powered the GS400, Wildcat, and Riviera, proving that quiet luxury could still dominate a quarter mile. Compared to the Nailhead's tight port angles, the 430 breathed freely, revved quicker, and responded instantly. It felt effortless, a wave of torque rather than a burst. This engine laid the groundwork for the Buick 455 in 1970, which would become famous for its record 510 pound-feet torque. Successor to the Buick Nailhead, debut 1967. Mopar 440 TNT, 1967 to 1969. Chrysler's 440 TNT was the quiet killer of the big block world. Luxury on the outside, thunder underneath. While Dodge had the Magnum and Plymouth the Super Commando, Chrysler used the TNT badge to disguise serious firepower inside its big sedans. The 440RB engine displaced 7.2 liters with a 4.32 by 3.75-inch bore and stroke hydraulic cam and a 4-barrel carburetor. It delivered around 375 horsepower and 480 pound-feet, but its real magic was the instant surge from low RPM. Drivers could ease along in silence, then unleash a torrent of torque without warning. The TNT was proof that you didn't need loud stripes or six-pack carbs to feel invincible. Underneath the calm exterior of a New Yorker or Imperial was the same mechanical heart found in Roadrunners and Chargers. Its reliability and civility made it the ultimate sleeper motor, fast, smooth, and nearly indestructible. Ford 428 Police Interceptor, 1967 to 1969. The Ford 428 Police Interceptor was the unsung warrior of the FE family, an engine built not for glamour but for endurance. It powered highway pursuit Galaxies and Mercuries that had to run flat out for hours. With a 4.13-inch bore and 3.98-inch stroke, it produced incredible low RPM torque, around 459 pound-feet and 360 gross horsepower. Its hydraulic camshaft and medium-sized ports kept it smooth, cool, and reliable even under heavy load. Officers loved its instant surge from 80 to 120 miles per hour, where most engines ran out of breath. The 428 Pi shared architecture with later Cobra Jet versions, but was tuned for sustained use, not drag racing. It had the same bottom-end strength as Ford's race engines, yet idled quietly and pulled like a freight train. Built for real-world speed, it could chase anything on the interstate and still drive home without a hiccup.